New media access changes are set to be introduced by the Premier League for next season. Hey guys, welcome to the channel. Welcome to another video. Today's video was centering around a story that was buzzing around a little bit yesterday in terms of the Premier League are set to introduce new media access changes for the start of next season. It seems we don't have enough of interviews with players and managers and assistant managers and whatever else. So the Premier League are looking set to introduce more of that into the game and into the media for next season. We're going to be talking about some of these changes that the Premier League is set to propose and set to introduce allegedly for the next campaign and everything else in between. But before we go any further, I would like to remind you all to please like the video and also subscribe if you're new. Both things are always and forever greatly appreciated. And also for you to get involved in the comment section down below. Use and abuse that comment section, people, with your thoughts, your comments, opinions, predictions, feelings, whatever you want to call it, that I'm sure will make for great and interesting reading down below. Please do get involved. It is an interesting topic of discussion. I'm sure whatever you have to say will make for great and interesting reading. So without further ado, let's get on with the video. Let's talk about the Premier League rulings that are set to be introduced for next season in terms of media access. This is just typical of the Premier League, isn't it? Shall we focus on solving VAR and refereeing standards? Shall we focus on the rules in the game? Shall we focus on bringing in semi-automated VAR even faster into the game? Shall we focus on bringing whatever else into the game to help improve it? No. Let's forget all of that and let's emphasize and put more priority on the drama element of football. Football is dying. That's what I've been saying for a long time when it comes to VAR and the kind of controversies that are surrounding that level of technology with the PGMOL in full power and the decline of refereeing and the usage of VAR. I've been saying for a long time the football element has been declining. We are talking less and less about football and we are talking more and more about VAR and the drama and the controversy that is causing. And I feel like this is just adding on to that. I feel like whatever the Premier League are suggesting here is only going to add onto that drama element and to make it more reality TV based. For those of you who have not seen it, the Premier League are set to propose that next season they begin half-time interviews with players or coaches, interviews for players who are subbed off, dressing room broadcasts as well could be on the cards, and they say that the half-time interview can be done by the assistant manager and that clubs will have to choose one of these three options each and every single week. So all Premier League clubs will have to comply with this and they will have to choose one of either a half-time interview with a player or coach, an interview for a player who's been subbed off, or a dressing room broadcast. I can't think of anything worse. Like I say, focus on the stuff that's already happening in the game that you can fix. Not this kind of stuff. Where the football, like I say, is dying, the reality TV drama is seemingly going up. This sounds Americanized to me. What is this? Why are we now implying this? This sounds stupid to me. And all three of the options sound incredibly stupid as well. Half-time interview with players or coaches. I can't think of a worse time to interview a player or coach. Whether you're winning, drawing, or losing, it seems incredibly stupid to me. Especially if you're losing. Do you really want a coach that is really angry that his team aren't performing or the referee's giving him bad decisions in his eyes? Do you really want a coach that's going to give very abrupt, very angry, maybe even very snappy answers to your questions? Of course the TV people do, because it will create drama and it will create intrigue. And then it will do the rounds on social media and it will get clicks and likes for the broadcast. That's why they want it. That's why they want it. As a fan, I don't want it. Have it after the game when the dust has settled and we can just talk about the game as it was. Halftime interviews are stupid in my opinion. Interviews with the players that are being subbed off, again, it's just to create drama. If you're a player that is playing really, really well and gets subbed off, you may be annoyed that you got subbed off. You're on 2 goals, you're going for a hat-trick. You get subbed off by a manager. You're of course going to be angry. You then have a microphone shoved in your face. A, you don't want that, and B, you know for a fact that they're going to probably say something that they may later come to regret. It's just to create drama. Alternatively, if you're playing badly and you get subbed off, you're also not going to want an interviewer shoving his microphone in your face, or her microphone in your face. It's just to create drama. It's just to create this reality TV element that I've been talking about time and time and time and time again. And it just piles on. And the dressing room broadcasts, again, I can't think of anything worse. What happens in the dressing room should stay in the dressing room. You've seen it on players' Instagrams, their Instagram lives, and anything else like their Facebook lives or whatever live kind of live stream players sometimes do from inside the dressing room. When it's obviously going well and there's a win and it's all going good, there's singing and dancing and there's some happy and fun moments, that's great. Let that happen after the match. You don't want it during a match. You don't want it at half time. You don't want it. And coaches aren't going to want it. Managers and coaches aren't going to want them screaming at the players, telling them what to do, giving them their plans and tactics and things, screaming at them in the changing room, only for it to be broadcast live on air. I don't get who thought this was a good idea. Any of these 3 things were a good idea. It Americanizes it, it dramatizes it, it just kills the sport for what it is. And once again, we won't be focused on the football element of it, but we will be focused instead on the drama of it. We'll be focused on why did he say that? What made him say that? Why was he so angry in that press conference? Why was he so angry in that interview? Why did he say that in the dressing room? Why was he so angry? Oh, to be a fly in the wall in that dressing room. How many times have we heard that phrase said during halftime punditry from certain pundits and fans and things like that? Whether they would like to be in the dressing room at that particular moment to hear what the manager has to say. You might. It doesn't intrigue me. It doesn't intrigue a lot of fans, I would imagine. None of these things, in my opinion, are going to help aid the sport, help the sport in any way, or to improve it. It is just for clicks, likes, broadcasts, help for social media interaction, all of that stuff for the broadcasting people that obviously want to dramatize this thing as much as possible. And I hate it. I really do hate it. I really, really do. I can't think of anything worse for anyone to have to go, right, so what do we want to do this week? Do we want to do a halftime interview? Do we want a player to be interviewed? Or do we want our dressing room to be broadcast? I can't think of anything worse, to be honest with you. But that's just me. That is just my take on this whole situation. It does seem like they're going to be introduced. I found it from Sam C Reports on Twitter or X. Apparently he's worked for the United Stand. He works for Mark Goldbridge. Apparently he's got a lot of ties to Manchester United as well. So obviously if he's heard that through the grapevine, it's probably come from Manchester United, who then heard it from the Premier League. So there is possibly a good chance that this does get implemented into the Premier League for next season. Like I say, I'm not a huge fan. I may be in the minority here. I'd love to know what you guys are thinking and feeling, because like I always say, these are just the thoughts, comments, opinions, predictions, feelings, whatever you want to call it, of this guy. I want to know what you guys think. What do you make of this whole media access change that is set to maybe happen at the beginning of next season, with player interviews and manager and coach half-time interviews, and with dressing room broadcasts potentially being on the cards. I want to know what you guys are thinking and feeling about all of this down below. I'm sure it will make for interesting and great reading. Otherwise, hit the like button on the way out if you enjoyed the video. Subscribe if you are new or want to see more content like this. Both things are always and probably greatly appreciated. Thank you very much for your continued or even brand new support. It's very much appreciated and awesome like always. Thank you all so much for that. I've been Fletch. This has been another Fletch Talks video, and I will see and speak to you all again soon in another video or live stream or whatever it may be. Cheers, guys. Thanks everyone for watching. Take care. Enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll speak to you all again very, very soon.